Welcome to Inspired by Math. For thousands of years, humans have used math to measure the skies, build wonders, and unlock secrets of the world.
Let's continue with this journey where number meets stories and patterns spark imagination. Let's explore how many ways we can arrange letters like ABC and a special number called 6174. We will look into step by step explanation so that our junior and middle school students can understand the concepts fully. And that's the beauty of this new book, Inspired by Math. So we'll talk about how do we arrange the letters ABC. Well, they can be arranged in many different ways, but exactly how to figure this out? We'll go through a logical step by step way of doing it so that you learn much more than just arranging them. While doing so, we'll explore two new concepts, one called permutation, and the second one is factorial notation. Now, these concepts are normally taught for grade 12 students, but you can also understand it, and that's what the whole motive is: get you smarter and brighter right from the very beginning. So, let's try to arrange these letters A, B, and C. One way is begin with A. So, if we begin with A, we could have ABC as written right there. The second way could be we could flip B and C and write CB. Makes sense, right? So, beginning with A, we could have two combinations. Now, let's begin with letter B. With B, we could have AC, right? Or with B, we could have CA. So, two more. So, we got four ways of doing it. How about beginning with C now? That will also give you different combinations: CAB or CBA. Well, these letters may or may not have any meaning, but there are definitely six different ways of doing it. Easy, correct. Now, if I give you a bigger number, let us say a number like 6174, then how will you do it? Or if I have a very big number, let us say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in that case, in how many ways can you arrange those numbers? You'll run out of pages to do it, but here is a smart trick. So, how have we done it? Basically, look into the strategy of doing this particular process. And that is what our mathematicians did in past. And they gave us new methods and new ways of doing things which we still follow even after thousands of years. So this book talks about those great personalities, the legends of our time. So, what can we do? Well, basically, we have three spaces to fill in. How do we fill in these spaces? That is all we're talking about. Now, we have three choices to fill in the very first space, right? A, B, or C. So, I have three choices to do. Fill the first number. As you can see, we have A, B, or C. Any one of them can get into the first space. Now, once we have done that, we are left with two other letters. So, to fill in this next space, we have got two ways to do it. Now, once we fill in the two spaces, then we have no other choice but to put the next number, which is the third and the last number, right there. So, that is one way of doing it. Now, here is a very beautiful rule to find the number. Well, we have to get 6, right? How can you get 6 from 3, 2, and 1? That is interesting. So 3 times 2 times 1, right? So that is called multiplication rule. So when you are doing one activity after the other, then the next, and so on, then the multiplication rule applies, and therefore we get our answer. To answer the question, how many ways can you arrange A, B, C? Well, we can put it in three times, two times, on one way, right? And that gives you the answer 6, as we have seen already. You get the whole idea. So this is 3 times 2 times 1, or you can say multiply all the numbers from 1 to 3, right? 1, 2, and 3. So this we will also be writing in a different notation, which is called 3 factorial, right? So we'll talk about the notation and the new concept which we just learned on a fresh page. Great. So, what did we learn just now? We wanted to arrange A, B, C. So, we had three different places. We figured it out that any one of them could go into the first place. So, there are three choices. For the second place, we are left with two numbers. Third place, the third number. And therefore, the number of ways will be 3 times 2 times 1, which is 6. We also figured out and listed all our words which may have meaning or may not have meaning. There were six of them, right? Perfect. And then we learned about a notation which is 3 factorial, which really means multiply all the numbers from 1 to 3. So 3 times 2 times 1. And that also gives you the same answer 6. So what we learned here is a notation which is called factorial notation. Perfect? Correct. So, if I write, let's say, the number 5 factorial, it really means what? It means 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Multiply all these numbers and see what you get. And this is also answer for, if I have A, B, C, D, E, then you get those many words. You get the idea, right? Now, from words, let's get to the numbers. So, I've chosen on purpose a very beautiful number, which is 6174. It is also known as Kaprekar's number. A mathematician from India who gave us this particular number and why. We'll look for it in our next video. But first, let's find number of ways in which these four numbers 6174 can give you different numbers, right? And we call it also permutation. So permutation is basically ways in which number of things can be ordered or arranged. Beautiful. Now, permutation has great applications. Let us say you want to arrange your books on a shelf and you have six of them. Then there are six factorial ways: 6 times, 5 times, 4 times, 3 times, 2 times 1. That is the answer. So, we have cracked a very difficult question, which is even difficult for grade 11 students since it is being taught in grade 12, right? You know it right there in the beginning in your junior classes. Perfect. So, now can you answer in how many ways can you arrange the number 6174? Well, our approach is very logical. So we are going to fill in four different spaces with these numbers. As you can see, in the first space, I can choose any four of them. So we have four choices. And in the second one, we are left with three since one has been chosen already. Now, once you choose first and second place numbers, you're left with only two numbers to put, and then the last one. And therefore, the total number of ways is 4 times, 3 times, 2 times, 1. That is because of our multiplication rule. So, if you are choosing items one after the other, then those are the number of choices you have. For example, when you go to the ice cream parlor, oh, they have so many flavors. How many combinations can you make out of those? If they have 20 flavors, then the number of combinations will be 20 factorial. That means 1 times, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, so on till 20. You see, that is how we figure it out. And if you try this number on the calculator, your calculator may crash. So sometimes the permutations give you large numbers. But see, we have a small way of writing, which is 20 factorial. That's the beauty of factorial notation. So I hope you are inspired by these important things which you know now, which even grade 11 students do not know. Well, you can try it out and then ask some of your friends in high school. Great. So let's multiply now. Do the simple part. 4 times 3 is 12. Double it, 24. So there are 24 ways of arranging these four letters: 6, 1, 7, and 4. As I said right in the beginning, these are very special numbers and they are attributed to a mathematician from Nasik. We are going to learn more about him and about his discoveries in our book Inspired by Math. It is activity book along with some projects which will be very engaging and enlightening. Great. So in the next video we are going to take up things connected with our magic number, Kaprekar's number 6174. Meanwhile, what you can do is try this out. Take any four-digit number. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, for example, right? Any four-digit number. To make it simple, there should be at least two different digits, right? But you can have all four different also. That'd be great. But do not keep all four as same, right? So take any four-digit number made from different digits. Rearrange to make the biggest and the smallest. Well, I'm going to make it simple for you. You do not have to write all the 24 combinations. But let's say if you take a number, let's say we have a number 8256, then the highest number will be 8652 and the lowest number will be reverse order, right? 2568. So that's what I mean. So take any four-digit number made from different digits, rearrange to make the biggest and the smallest, and subtract them, right? And subtract them. You will get some number. Well, continue this process. Continue this process. In maximum 6 to 7 trials, you will finally get a constant number which is 6174, and this number and this process was discovered by Kaprekar and it is therefore attributed to him, and he discovered many other things. You get the whole idea. Correct. This trick also works with three-digit numbers. So if you are in a smaller grade, let's say grade 1 or 2, try with a three-digit number, right? Okay, great. But we are going to explore this in more details in our next video. So get ready for Inspired by Math and our great mathematicians. Be like one of them.
Now it's your turn to think boldly, explore patterns, and ask powerful questions. With every video, we'll guide you step by step. Because math is not just what you learn, it's how you think. Inspired by Math is for curious minds, creative thinkers, and junior mathematicians ready to explore the world with numbers. Whether you're a student, a parent, or a passionate educator, this journey is for you.